Well, the deadline set by the Central Bank of Nigeria for Bureau de Change operators and other stakeholders to make inputs to the draft revised regulatory and supervisory guidelines for the sector lapsed on Monday. The Apex Bank indicated in a circular that the guidelines revision is part of reforms that will significantly enhance the operations of Nigeria's forex market. Well, some of the proposed reforms include the disclosure of the source of foreign exchange by those selling the equivalent of 10,000 US dollars and above, and the exclusion of commercial, merchant, non-interest and payment service banks and payment service providers, as well as governments at all levels from BDC operations. Well, the CBN is also proposing a ban on street trading in forex, the retail sale of foreign currencies to companies and organizations, including international outward transfers.
Well, joining us now is the president of the Association of Bureau de Change of Nigeria, Aminu Gwadabe. Good to see you, and thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
Well, it's good that you're here, at least, and you're smiling. It means that we're in good hands. First, paint for us. Let's start from the list that came from the government. We saw that list, and many were amazed to see that we had a lot of names, albeit strange names. Perhaps this is the time for you to let us in on whether first these were actually members of your association.
Thank you very much. First, I want to make a clarification here. We used to have what we call self-regulatory status, where each bureau de change is a member's mandatory. So, however, in 2014, that status of self-regulatory organization was removed, and it made voluntarily. So, however, we thank God that even with that, due to the acceptance of our customers, members, seeing how we are protecting the interests of the members, because as an association is to protect the members of our association and also to collaborate with the regulators and security agencies, like what we have been doing always. So having said that, yes, we have a lot of them that are our members, and it's sad. For us, it's hurriedly taken because while you are trying to calm the market, you see information, FX transaction is a 24/7 space. So at any given time, information can even, unwind some successes that you have achieved in the market. So the CBN is to make regulation. Our own is to cast the doubt. And we're engaging the Central Bank of Nigeria, more especially as regard to the deadline on the regulatory reform. We have sent our input. And one thing I want to say here to appreciate the new management of the Central Bank. There is a management shift, significant management shift that we have seen from this new management in terms of engagement and collaboration. This is the first time the Central Bank issuing a regulatory framework that they will ask the input of the industry and also the public when it comes to bureau de change. So for us, it's nice, and we appreciate that recognition.
Okay, that sounds great. Let's talk about the central bank, and of course this deadline
Right.
where the BDCs are supposed to make some inputs. You touched on that, but let us into some of the key areas where you think the CBN, should come up with new guidelines.
I will start with what you have just mentioned earlier in terms of what you said, declaration of amounts more than $10,000. For us, it's a breach of right of the customer. And two, it's not the obligation of the Bureau de Change to ask the customer to declare his source. Our obligation is first to do his KYC, render cash transaction report to the NFIU, Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, and also if we suspect that transaction, we send a suspicious transaction report. So part of our...
You've been doing all that.
Right. Part of our input is to say that, look, our customers will be running away from us. If I can say what is a means of ID, fine, and then buy the money from you. But to begin to ask you how do you get it?